Congratulations on your performance and your role in this. You did an outstanding job.
Thank you.
And I don't think that there would be anybody better that I'd want to be hanging out with than Seth Rogen. How invaluable was it to have him by your side?
Yeah, I mean, Seth is really the head honcho of this whole project. And it's great to see. I mean, he's been climbing the ladder, and, you know, he's a great actor, a great writer, and produced a lot of movies. But this is, I think, the first thing he's done that, like, he was just totally, he and Evan, his partner, is totally in charge. And I think it's so cool that they decided to make a movie of the story of their good friend Will. And I'm proud to be a part of it.
Yeah, how important was it for you to, you know, ground Adam in the reality of it? Especially, you know, daunting that it is based on somebody's real life experience.
Yeah, that was huge. That was really the cornerstone of the whole job for me, was that, you know, this guy Will wrote the movie, and he had actually survived cancer, and when he got better, he decided to write this comedy about it. And he was there every day, and I was playing basically him. I mean, my character's different than him, and he's different than me and all, but having that reference, I think, kept me really honest and secure, and feeling able to, you know, push boundaries and be funny and things like that.
Yeah, like, do you ever feel kind of bad, like, when you're doing it and you're like, it's okay to laugh here?
Yeah, well, it's interesting, isn't it? There's a tendency in our culture to walk on eggshells and not know if that's okay. And I think that's sort of one of the big morals of this story, is that even in the most serious of circumstances, even in the darkest of times, there are moments that are funny. They just are, and that's okay. It's okay to loosen up a little bit and laugh.
Exactly. I know I've been asked a million times, but I have to ask about the shaving of the head and that your very, very first scene. I mean, what was that like for you to have to, you know, a lot of hair there?
Yeah.
I don't know. If somebody asked me to do it, unless they paid me $50 million, okay, maybe I'd shave it, but I don't know. It's a daunting thing, huh?
Yeah, it was a great way to kick off the shoot. And, you know, normally when you're making a movie, you can always do it again. Something doesn't go right, you can do another take. But when you're shaving your head for real, you can't just do that again. So there's an added thrill. It's almost like being in a play in that way. You can't take it over.
Yeah, that's for sure. Take one, done. Oh, God, what happens if you screw that up? Then you'd have to be like half a head or something. I don't know. I know you can't talk a lot about it, but I have to ask about The Dark Knight Rises, because I have two boys and they'll kill me if I don't. But just in terms of just being back with Christopher Nolan, how is it going, or how has it gone, and what was it like just to be back with him, as having him as your director again?
Yeah, I love working with Chris and his entire crew. You know, it's a lot of the same people that worked on Inception are working on The Dark Knight Rises. You know, Wally Pfister, the cinematographer, but also, like, you know, Ed and Brian, who do sound, and, you know, Michael Bates, who does props, and, like, it's really cool to have a consistent crew, and everyone's just immediately on the same page and trusting each other, and it's a great working environment.
Are you a big Batman fan?
Oh, yeah, sure.
You know, grow up with the comics and the whole thing.
My mom sewed me a Batman costume when I was like 4. I used to run around in that thing.
And you still have it, I'm sure.
I don't think I do.
You don't think so? Coming up after that, Lincoln?
Yeah.
You know, not too shabby. Steven Spielberg.
Yeah.
What's that? You know, how are you feeling about this little career of yours, my friend?
I'm very grateful.
You're doing such a great job. I mean, I used to watch you on 30, you know, Third Rock from the Sun, and I'm like, it's amazing. Are there particular scripts when you get them that you look at and go, you know, it's something you want to really tackle? What is it that gets you when you get a script?
Yeah, there's no one thing I could isolate, but you just, you know, I read something and makes me stand up, makes me want to say the words aloud. I like it when I can really feel like the characters are human beings. That was one of the things that appealed to me about 50/50, is that most scripts, the characters feel more like plot devices or stereotypes, and this felt like, that's a person. I know people like that, you know, and they're complicated. They're not just the villain or the hero. There's, you know, there's shades of gray in there, and 50/50 is sort of a real story, and I think it shows.
Yeah, tremendous job, really. You're just such a great talent.
Thank
Lovely
you.
to talk to you.
Thanks so much.